Hello everyone. We have modified counterpick attorney today. Day later than I thought, but that's fine. Hang on, get my everything set up. So today it's versus Hamvvar. I did win my first series with Phoenix, so I'm hoping this will put me up 2-0, which will give me a very good spot in going to the playoffs, whether I win or lose my next match, or at least give me like some breathing room. Today we're going to start ARG because Hamvvar is a known, because I do see him playing a lot of Grave. I just got to Gray as well. I expect that we will see that as a possible open as well. But I feel my ARG guard's been very solid lately, so, or at least has done very well for me. Whether it's solid or not, I'll let Friolo decide that for me. But I've been feeling pretty confident with it. So I think we're ready to go. Okay. Yep, Crave. Alright, so I expect the initial... Oh, this is ugly. This is not what I wanted to see. Actually, all I really wanted to see was a queen, because I think the initial cross-up, mix-up is Jack... Jack throw. And I really don't have anything way to punish it, so... uses a mental toughness early. I'm kind of okay with seeing that. And he decided not to put me down, so I'm thinking he's going to have a lot of damage in hand. I'm going to go ahead and block again. Use the 10. Yeah. I suspected there wasn't much else there. I want to keep my throws, so I'm going to go ahead and power up now. I think I might be able to catch a block here. I'm just going to use the 9. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and throw him back. I don't see a need for protective ward here. Yeah, we'll throw him back. I think he was just trying to catch me with some... with bubble shield in hand. I'm gonna go ahead and block here. Yeah, he's playing very scared of the bubble shield. Which is fine. I'm okay with that because that really dictates what he's gonna say. It actually looks like he just pulled a lot of throws is what happened here. Wow. Yeah. He is throw crazy. I expected he'd have a lot more yeah, he's sitting on 3 cards. We're gonna have to go ahead and just get damage on. Wow. He has not stopped throwing. Oh, that's all he wants to do. He is so scared. Wow, he drew like a million throws. He drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. Interesting. We don't need to go so hard this time. Just take knockdown. Use the 5 there. Going heavy throw again. Ooh, okay. I'm okay with those getting used up like that. This wins if I do it. Okay. And he's playing very scared of Bubble Shield once I pick it up. I think he's out of throws, but just in case. We get another face, we do not. We can get an ace back, so we're gonna go ahead and do it this turn. We have a chance to get another ace, I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. If he face down, there's no reason for me to keep going. He did not. How's he doing on throws? 7, 7, 10, 8, 9. Another 7. Nope, that's it. Looks like we may just have Arg Grave all the way through. Let's see, how do we want to play this one? I'm gonna use a 2 out front. Those are good to see early. Just run out of throws. Giving dodges is not a big deal. Not much you can do off the dodge. Okay, he's not much on the face card front. Interesting. Ah, good for him. That's his first block I think he's actually hit. That's fun. Still playing pretty scared throws. One, two, three, four, five. No less sevens than that. You might go throw here. Second queen? Second queen. Goes throw, I can always joker. 3. Or gain 4 to me. Yeah, I think he's been playing way too much Inferior Bubble Shield and blocks. And first game, I just never ran him out of stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and take a block early here, though. That's kind of funny. We both have the same idea. Interesting. If I take 45, it's not a big deal. Not this early on, anyways. Go for the big damage. Figured that scared him enough. Yeah, went for the 3. Went for the 3 banger on that. Oh, we both have the same idea. Oh, it worked. scared of that. That's just plain helpful. Because the cross-up would have been worse. Not willing to kind of use up the ace yet. I'm not willing to get the other ace now. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, seven's gone? I don't think that's all seven's gone. Take 45 now. It's not so bad. See what we can do with that. It's a pretty good combo. Yeah, I guess I'll get my cues back. Back. Yeah, make him deal with it. He dodged it. Okay. It's one of those things, it's better to make him deal with it than not. Yeah, why not? That's the first time I've actually had it in hand, so. I block pretty much every down, so. following up, taking extra damage, and having like poor hand quality. He's doing that thing though, where he's just throwing out throws. Hoping they hit. Oh, now he's just going right for it. One, two, three, four, five. That's a lot of throws already. That's a little bit in my favor. Not a lot in my favor. Doesn't quite do it. Yeah. Unfortunately, do not have a throw. Down. Stop. You better not follow up. Okay. Come in with sit. Wishing I had a throw. Wow, Drew always throws again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, this is a very odd. Let's set up. Nice. All right, so we won 4-2. I think. Well, first of all, Arg is favored. Arg is favored, so that's kind of why I just stuck with him the entire time. The problem is he did try to maximize damage a lot, and I don't know if he was trying to just outrace Hex or what. But he gave away basically his game plan from the word go. I mean, he basically spent he ended up drawing 10 out of 16 throws, but he's basically like, I draw a throw, I'm playing a throw. And playing very scared of Bubble Shield. I'm going to go ahead and jump up. And, well, I can understand that to a point, obviously. It allows me to Bubble Shield later because he played so many throws early. I could just not play Bubble Shield through most of the match and then look to play it later when he's kind of... now I've been throwing him around because he's been dodging. Let me kind of back up. So you saw the kind of the genesis of that match. If you watched all the way through the match, you saw he basically went complete mono throw range. I mean, if he didn't have a throw, he had to do something else. But that's basically what I did with his mono throw range. So the next time I attacked more often. So now he has to start thinking of attacking, blocking, and all this other stuff, and dodging, which opened up me to throw him. So I was avoiding a lot of his throws, and then he was running out of throws, and then I could throw him very cleanly. And for me, it's okay to maximize my damage whenever I had it, because I want to eliminate the ability for teapots basically the entire game. And the only way to do that really is just to take him down as quickly as possible, but without killing my hand. That's the one thing that was necessary too. And I saw, and I think the last time him and I played the same kind of thing, really got down to a very low hand size, and then there's not much you can do. You're gonna kind of have to hope you get what you need. You can't really make things happen because you're not blocking a lot. I think there were 2 blocks that entire game that hit, because I think there was no your opponent twice, I think, and that was it out of 6 games. This is not enough blocking, and blocking works against Bubble Shield too. If you are afraid of Bubble Shield, blocking is just as good of a tool as the throw is. The throw, yeah, it does damage, but especially maybe early game, probably not toss all your options right away and maximize damage. You're better off just knocking me down and setting up some sort of cross up. Plus, Hex can't hurt you that turn. You don't take Hex damage when you're knocked down. So I think early mid game, you want to definitely take the knockdown, and you have a lot of opportunities to get some other damage in with cross ups and the like. And I think if he had damage that he could add on to it, like significant damage, he was doing it every time. And also, once I started playing some Qs and playing some Bloater Spikes and stuff like that, start seeing Qs very early too. And those are a really, really good tool for you later in the match, because that's when I want to throw out Bubble Shields. Not Bubble Shields, but Bloater Spikes. I don't want to throw that early. It's only 16 damage. It's not a very good early game tool. It's a good closer, but it's not a very good early game tool unless I'm specifically trying to get away from anything. And honestly, I'd only need it as a tool until you had teapots online, and even then, just Bubble Shield's enough, I think. Anyway, so yeah, all your tools were gone by the time you ended the game, and then I have a full, a very large hand, and I can kind of play a game from there. Now the game 5? I liked what he did game 5. Well, I did say something about not using up all his options. The options he did have, he could just bum rush me, and that's basically what happened. Is he definitely laid on the bum rush. He tried to do it again in game 6, but I was able to at least get a couple more combat wins in there, which I think made the difference. Plus, I think I don't know if it was that game or the previous game, but I turned 1 Bubble Shield. I haven't done that all match. It is not a move I normally do. In fact, that's probably the first time in an ARG match I've ever Bubble Shield first, because he showed his willingness not to throw anymore, at least on the first one. It also, but yeah, I mean, it's just resource management. Saving your good cards for later in the game. I think you want to knock down ARG a little bit more often in the early to mid. Maximize your damage towards the mid to late game, absolutely. Because you're A, running out of time, and And especially if you're in a situation where you're way ahead of the arc, just might as well just smash them down at that point. Or actually the other way around. I'm sorry. You really need to maximize damage when you start getting a little low. But when you basically play all your throws early, if I'm able to make you not hit those throws, and I've done damage to you, or I've beaten your throws with my own throws, you really have no way to protect your other options. Now you have to hope that when you throw your aces and whatever, they hit. You have no way to really cross me up. It's really just the top of the deck making the mix-up for you, instead of you making that decision, which is not great. So just be careful about throwing all those throw options early. Obviously, it worked game one. I did not expect that at any point, but I think once I was able to expect that, I was able to exploit that. And at that point, kind of go with a normal game plan of kind of, mixing it up very, very well. Otherwise, I knew I could just basically hold on the bubble shield until mid to late game and just be able to get that in, because you're just basically out of throws. So it was bubble shield beats every option in your hand at that point once you're out of throws. You have nothing that can beat it. So I can just throw that out just the rest of the game at will. Stopping every once in a while just because you are going to draw that at some point. And then hand size is another thing. But I'm pretty happy with the way it went. Definitely felt like I made the correct adjustment to get the next 3 games after the first game. And that nice adjustment by Hamvvar in that game 5. I think that one was definitely the best game he played all the way through, from start to finish. And it actually made game 6 a little hairy, because game 6 was super tight. I mean, I only had 6 hit points left. It really came down to the end. And I don't want to. This doesn't really give anything away, but anybody who's been watching me, I haven't really been playing timid ends here. I've been basically, especially when you're on a hand size, my opponent's on a hand size of 3, and I have the dominant attack with a blowfish spikes. I'm going to play the blowfish spikes. There's no reason for me to kind of sit there and fret over what the decision is, because it puts the decision on my opponent. My opponent has to go, okay, is he playing blowfish spikes? Is he not playing blowfish spikes? Do I have a dodge? I don't have a dodge because I only have 3 cards. So if I can put them to the test, basically challenge their hand and what they have in it, I'm at a much higher probability of closing out. So now that I've said that, trust me, I'll be mixing that up. But I was mixing it up every single time. I was never throwing out that option at the end. Now I'm willing to throw that option at the end. So definitely a big change for me. But anyways, so great games, Hamvvar. I don't even remember who my third opponent is. Let's check it out really quick. Hang on, sorry about that, guys. There we go. So, first of all, while I'm in kind of half and half on the actual format, unfortunately, we haven't been updated yet. Shax is who I'm playing next. Even though the necessary counterpick format is not, like, to me it evens out. It's about the same, especially if you got character specialists who are just going to stick. It's fine. It doesn't really change too much, but I really like the idea of the grouping and then going to a playoff scenario, only because I think it allows people to play a little bit more. And I don't think it necessarily elongates the tournament too much. It may, in the sense of maybe like a 64-person tournament. Maybe that would be a little bit too big for this format, or make it too long. I still don't think so. But anyways, I do like this format because it feels like everybody can just play on through and then have the playoffs. If you didn't make it, you didn't make it. But if you did, you know, you're not going to go 0-2 and then not play in the tournament anymore. You know, you're going to get a chance to play some games against in a tournament format, which I think is really good for everybody's development. So, but anyway, so yeah, I got my third game with Shax. I don't think Shax and Phoenix has played yet. So if, according to this, if Shax wins, then it'd really be between Shax and I, whoever wins that match. If Phoenix wins, there will be all tied, and then if I win, I'm in. If I don't, it's going to go down to tiebreakers. I feel pretty good at my tiebreakers to start, because Phoenix only got one game on me. Hamvvar only got 2 games on me, and so far Shax has only went 4-2 once. If he goes 4-1, he basically will be tied. So, but yeah, so feeling pretty good so far about my group. We'll see. Anyways, so that's my feelings and everything on the game. Of course, as usual, I'll go through them and we'll figure out some other stuff. But it's just happy to get the practice on ARG. Slowly turning into one of my favorite characters, definitely in the game. So, all right, thanks everyone. I'll see you next time.